Have you ever heard of interdimensional travel? It's just a fantasy, right? Well, you're on the verge of finding out, so stay tuned. Welcome to Cosmic Verge. I'm Evelyn Baier, and I am a certified intuitive life coach, psychic medium, and an author. Today's discussion is about interdimensional travelers. Are they fact or fiction? Now, I know this topic will be a bit off the beaten path for some people, especially since it's coming from the voice of a psychic intuitive life coach. However, the information that you are about to hear does go hand in hand with my podcast on past life regression, but more on that afterwards. Now, before anyone misconstrues the term interdimensional travel, let me set the record straight. I'm pretty sure the first thing that will come to mind for most is the idea of time travel. Of course, time machines don't exist, at least not in our world, or not that anyone on this planet is aware of. When I speak about interdimensional travelers, I am referring to spirit guides who, by the way, do travel interdimensionally, but I'm also referring to the existence of aliens. And for my listeners out there who just heard me blurt the A word, we can't possibly think that we're the only ones in the universe now, can we? Please remember that I'm only sharing with you what I receive from beyond the veil, so try to keep an open mind. Before I go further with this topic, the information that I'm about to share arrived through old wooden Scrabble tiles from a game. Although I do practice meditation, I also use these letters to communicate with my guides and my clients' guides if they so wish. I might add that this technique is most useful for spirit communication, as I often receive the information before it shows up on the tiles. When I ask a question, the answers appear in a handful of those little wooden tiles with full-on sentences, unless it's not for me to know, but that's for another podcast later on. Now, back to the topic of spirit guides. Although my spirit guide, Perseus, communicates with me through meditation, he comes through the tiles as well. He's my doorkeeper to the spiritual realm, which means that anyone or anything that comes in will have to pass through him. Because he is quite informed on spiritualism, we often work together in sync. And what I mean by sync is that we work closely with each other's energy fields and our energies become intertwined during the process. One of our first conversations, which occurred about a year ago, maybe a little more actually, was about interdimensional travelers. Soon after seeing the image of a non-human, I can't even really describe, but it definitely wasn't human, and it was during one of my meditations, it totally took me by surprise. That would be the first vision, as I had absolutely no idea of what or who it was. They showed themselves after a globe of light showed up over the lake by my house. It came down sideways like a small meteorite before shooting up into a C curve and disappearing entirely. I was later informed, of course through the tiles, that this interdimensional traveler named Tav was interested in making contact with me. Since then, I've corresponded with them during 2 tile sessions. It's a little taxing because of our contrasting energies, but I wouldn't say there was a full language barrier either, even if they did come across a little cryptic in their communication. So how are they able to come through? Well, based on the information that I received, if not utilizing a form of mind travel, such as a deep trance meditation, they can also use a form of astral projection. Before recording this podcast, I interviewed a past life expert who crossed over many, many years ago. We'll go by the pseudo initials of KL. The second entity was a psychic in her most recent lifetime, and we will go by the initials of HJ. She passed away a while ago also. So I'm not using real initials. And each of these entities came through the tiles to give me information about the 2 types of interdimensional travelers. And for those skeptics out there, I can fully understand where you may be with this. I once struggled with skepticism myself before I learned to trust my guides and be open to receiving information and also learning to trust myself. So I'm going to read the transcripts from both of these sessions, and let's start with the first one with KL on the topic of spirit guide travel. And I am going to read it in script form so you can understand what I'm reading. KL is here. Me, how are you? KL, good, and you? Me, I'm okay. Can you explain interdimensional travel? KL, do you mean the galaxy roamers? Me, I think that's more in line to what I was asking, so yes. Can you please elaborate about galaxy roamers? KL, your friend Tav is one. Talk to Tav. Me, what about all these lights being seen here in the U.S.? The globes, not the crafts that are being spotted in the eastern part of the United States. KL, yes, they are roamers also. Me, okay, anything else? Anything else you want to tell me? KL, Tav's people, the Idirians, are also roamers. Can you tell me exactly how these roamers travel? KL, I can't tell you. Me, well, let's talk about spirits then, spirit guides. Do they travel interdimensionally? Or perhaps other souls? KL, yes, souls do travel interdimensionally. Me, how do they achieve this? KL, souls go through a vortex. Me, what is this vortex like? Are there different kinds? KL, yes, they are not all the same. Even the average ones will vary. Me, are they the same as portals? These vortexes? Please elaborate. KL, they are much different. Me, can you explain this? KL, they are less practiced. They are less traveled than portals. Me, why is this? KL, they go beyond the heavens, or they go beyond the different levels. Me, what type of spirits use these? KL, develop souls and aliens. Me, do I have any vortexes in my house? KL, there is one in your room. Me, is this vortex different than the exit portal I have? KL, yes, they are not the same. Me, in which room? Where exactly is it located? KL, the right side of your room, alongside the television, right beside the window. Me, are they using the exit portal to go out? KL, no, using the vortex. Me, when did the vortex come about? This is new to me. Should I close it? KL, I would not. I wouldn't. Me, who created this? KL, your spirit guides created it. Me, how did they create this vortex? KL, they created it with energy, or created it with their energy. Me, any more vortexes? KL, yes, the other bedroom, besides the portal. Me, I thought they were able to manifest without an opening. KL, I believe all guides need a vortex for traveling to go back and forth. Me, can aliens use this also? This one in particular? KL, no aliens, only guides. Now, of course, I don't receive any more answers, so I say thank you and I close. The interesting factor is she is not able to tell me how the aliens get back and forth, what they use for travel as far as mind travel. So I go on to the next spirit, which is the spirit that was a medium, and she goes by the initials of HJ. HJ is with you. Me, how are you today? HJ, good, and you? Me, I'm fine. Tell me about alien interdimensional travelers. Can you just tell me about interdimensional travelers then? She didn't answer me right away. HJ, yes, aliens do use it. Me, is it sort of a mind travel, if you will? HJ, yes, it's more of a mind travel, a sort of travel through the mind. Me, what steps do they take to get there? HJ, they go into a trance state. Me, do they go out of body? HJ, yes, they can do that. They understand many tricks. Me, so that light, that globe of light that I saw come down and go up again, might have been a traveler? HJ, yes, it sounds like it. Me, are they here all the time and we just don't see them? I didn't get an answer, so I asked another question. Is this something alien civilization openly practices as everyday routine? HJ, they do more than humans do. Me, humans don't seem to be the most developed. That speaks large volumes. HJ, yes, humans don't have it together. Me, anything you want to say, something I would benefit by? HJ, you were an alien once. You are familiar with Tav. Me, who is Tav exactly? I didn't receive an answer, so I ask, is it nice where you are? HJ, yes, it's gorgeous. And then that's the end of the session. So what's interesting is if you do see these lights, and I'm not talking about crafts, I'm actually talking about lights, they may actually be just a spirit type vehicle in which these aliens do mind travel, which would be sort of an out of body experience, apparently. So here's a quick recap. Spirit guides will often travel through vortexes fabricated with their own energy. And these vortexes are usually created in the domain of the people they work with, specifically those who are open to the exchange, such as a medium or psychic, or anybody with any of those abilities probably could connect with them. Vortexes are not the same as spirit portals because spirit guides always travel at a higher vibration. So if there are portals in a house or a building, they're probably fabricated by earthbound spirits, and spirit guides utilize a different sort of energy, basically, where they can manifest a stronger passageway. When not engaged in interstellar travel, aliens utilize a form of mind or astral travel to bridge non-adjacent civilizations and possibly even communicate among themselves. So that's all for today. If this is your first time tuning in, be sure to subscribe. And if you are interested in learning more about personal transformation, you can contact me at my website at www.evelynsbaier.com or click on the website link below.